You keep dreaming of being free. But your days look exactly like they did 5 years ago. You wake up tired, work more hours than you'd like to admit, pay bills, dodge debts, complain about the system, and at night, you repeat the same promise. Someday, I'll be free. But that someday never comes, because it doesn't arrive with promises. It arrives with habits. And you're still waiting for a stroke of luck, a magic business, an inheritance, a promotion, a miracle. Meanwhile, there are people who actually made it. They weren't born rich. They didn't have a wealthy father. But they built something different, a way of thinking and living that led them to real financial freedom. And they did it with 5 habits, simple to understand, hard to apply, because they demand something you avoid every day: responsibility. Tom Corley studied the daily habits of rich and poor people for 5 years. His conclusion? Wealth is a side effect of your daily decisions. Morgan Housel sums it up this way: financial freedom doesn't come from earning more. It comes from needing less and choosing better. Today I'm going to talk to you like no one has, not to motivate you, but to break you, so that you stop dreaming and start choosing. If you're ready, listen to this. If not, better close the video. Habit number 1. Financially free people live below their means. Always. It doesn't matter how much they earn. What matters is how they live. They don't need to impress anyone because they've already chosen themselves. Tom Corley found that 94% of the rich people he studied avoided impulsive spending. They made lists, budgets, followed rules. And you? Do you even know how much you spend each week? How much goes into fast food, emotional purchases, or validation cravings? Most people live to impress. They buy with money they don't have, things they don't need, for people who don't care. The first habit isn't saving, it's stopping the pretending. Habit number 2. Financially free people have multiple sources of income. They don't rely on one job, because they understand that freedom isn't built on a single rope. It's built on a net. Morgan Housel says true wealth is having control over your time. But that doesn't happen when you live paycheck to paycheck. The rich people Tom Corley studied had an average of 3 income sources: side businesses, investments, rental properties, freelance skills. You, on the other hand, wait for your job to fix your life. But a job was never designed to give you freedom. It was designed to give you security. And sometimes not even that. If you want out, you need to start creating a second income, a side project, a monetizable skill, something that gives you your power back. Habit number 3. They control their emotions around money. Yes, money is emotional. It makes you feel powerful or like a failure. It gives you peace or takes away your sleep. But the mistake is letting those emotions make your decisions. Free people don't act out of fear or greed. They don't invest in panic. They don't spend because of anxiety. They don't buy to fill an emotional void. Tom Corley is clear. Rich people plan. Poor people react. Ever get paid and 2 days later wonder where it all went? That's reaction. That's emotional impulsiveness. You need rules. You need awareness. You need to treat every expense like a seed. Because it is. Every financial decision is a brick or a leak. You choose. Habit number 4. They have a daily growth routine. Free people read, learn, train. They don't consume only entertainment. They consume direction. 88% of the rich in Corley's study read at least 30 minutes a day about their industry, personal growth, or business. While you're watching Netflix, they're studying how to multiply assets. Want to be free? Invest in your mind, learn sales, communication, negotiation, investment, digital skills, whatever gets you closer to autonomy. Knowledge doesn't guarantee success, but ignorance guarantees slavery. Habit number 5. They treat their circle as a financial asset. Yes, your environment is a mental and emotional bank account, and if it's full of people who complain, spend recklessly, or mock your dreams, you're headed straight for internal bankruptcy. The rich don't isolate themselves, but they select. They surround themselves with people who elevate them. They seek mentors. They hang out with those who make them grow. Who are your 5 closest people? Do they talk about investments, books, habits, or just problems, gossip, and distractions? Financial freedom is not built in solitude, but it is destroyed by the wrong company. If this is breaking something inside you, don't leave without subscribing. This is where change begins, because this isn't about motivation. It's about reconstruction. Your freedom won't come by accident. It'll come through habits, through discipline, through choosing yourself when no one else does. Today you can make a decision. Break the autopilot. Track your expenses. Read that book. Cancel that emotional purchase. Walk away from the voice that says you can't. Your comfort zone is a trap with Wi-Fi. Your fear isn't wise. It's just old. And your freedom is not to be begged for. It's to be cultivated. If you've made it this far, never forget. You're not broken. You're just distracted. And today is the best day to start building the life you say you want. Choose it, build it, live it, because time will pass anyway. But you won't be the same after this. Now choose. Keep dreaming or start living. Subscribe. We don't entertain here. We awaken.